Hi everyone, this is video 1 for Notes B, which is going to be working towards checkpoint number 2. So this first slide is pretty much just information you have to put down, and then the second slide is going to be some examples. So the first box is asking what is the objective. I'm going to show that on my screen, and you can type in this yellow sentence. I would pause the video to type in the objective now. So this set of notes is all about finding the inverse. So our objective is I can understand what an inverse of a function is and then how to find it. So we're going to figure out what it is, have a definition, and then how to find it. So your next box, here it says inverse, and right beside this yellow symbol, you're going to type in the definition, and then there are 2 rules on how to find it. So again, I'll put that up on my screen. Here is the definition I want you to type in on your slide number 1. And then here's rule number 1, and here's rule number 2. So I would pause this video and again type in these things. So an inverse function is the opposite of a function, or it's the function that can undo something. So essentially we're finding I'm going to give you something, you're going to find the opposite of it. That is the inverse. Rule number 1 for how to find it, and it's our most important rule. It's why it's highlighted and has all these exclamation points. Switch the X and Y values. That's going to be our number 1 rule. Always, always, always switch X and Y. Rule number 2 just applies to graphs, and it says always reflect over the line Y equals X. Okay, so those are our 2 rules, and rule number 2, I'll kind of show you how that works, but rule number 1 is the most important, switching X and Y. So let's go to slide 2, and we're going to start with tables. So what's happening here is I'm giving you a table like this first one, and then I'm asking you to find the inverse table, the opposite table. Okay. Remember our number 1 rule, all you have to do is switch X and Y. So here's how it looks. In my table I gave you, the first point is 0, your X is 0, your Y is 12. If I'm going to find the inverse, I'm going to switch X and Y. So my X will now be 12, my Y is 0. I switched X and Y. And that's all you're going to do for the rest of the points. So my next point, my X is 2, my Y is -5. I'm going to switch those. My X is -5, my Y is 2. My last one, my X is 0.6, my Y is 0.89. Again, I'm going to switch those, 0.89, 0.6. And that's essentially all you do for tables, switch X and Y. This next one's a you do, so go ahead and try it out on your own. Again, just switch